From the corridors of curiosity to the world of forensic expertise being deployed in nation building, our guest today is a man of many talents and passion. Professor Dr. J.M. Vyas sir is an academician of forensic expertise, a Padma Shri awardee, a visionary, and the founding Vice Chancellor of the National Forensic Sciences University, Gandhinagar, which is now an institute of national importance, which he dedicated to the nation in the year 2020. Apart from holding many accolades to his name, sir is currently giving guidance to many institutes internationally as well as nationally. Sir is currently also giving his guidance and expertise to Interpa Turkey and the Indian Council of World Affairs, New Delhi. Sir, I welcome you to the show today. Thank you very much for being our guest. We are hosting this podcast on behalf of the Pro Bono Committee of the NFSU. I am Garima Singh, your host, and now we begin the Legit podcast. So, your journey itself is remarkable. It's an extraordinary journey that we as students know of. But we'd like to hear it from you for our viewers who are now going attuned with us about how and where it began and the very nuanced field of forensic expertise where people do not want to enter per se. You are somebody who dedicated his entire life to it. So what was it that brought you dedicating your career towards this and now into nation building with this?
It is not accidental. The journey started in 1973. There was something I was trying, because I was basically a person of chemistry, as to which are the areas where chemistry can be useful. How can I apply the knowledge of chemistry? So, there was one area which I was offered a position, that was in a soil testing laboratory. I didn't like it. I was not very happy. I also got a job as a sales-tech inspector. That also I joined for a day and then I came back. I submitted my resignation. Joined Atira as a textile chemistry person. Worked for 4 or 5 months. Atira was considered to be the best in those days. I was looking for actual application of chemistry. And then I suddenly found that forensic is a place where you can help investigations, like investigations of explosions, investigation of narcotic drugs. In Gujarat, there is a prohibition. So, you can based on your knowledge of chemistry, you can determine whether the person has consumed alcohol, whether the person is possessing alcohol, the bottle which he contains. So, these were the things, and then that attracted my interest. I said, yeah, I should go for this. And application was made, and then I was selected. So, my journey started in 73, where people were not even aware as to what is this field, what is forensic. And that they used to ask me as to is it related to something foreign ministry, etc. And then this was the days, and then I joined in December 73, and then the forensic lab of Gujarat was inaugurated in 74 after my joining. So, I was aware of each and everything as to procurement of equipment, setting up a lab. That I could understand the importance of this field, and that tempted me to do something more in this area. So, that was the beginning, and then slowly started learning everything, and then could realize that it is not only chemistry which is useful in the investigation of crimes, but there are all science subjects like physics, biology, zoology, botany, ballistics, microbiology, all areas, psychology. Slowly started learning other areas also.
Right, sir.
And then after 10-15 years, I realized that I should have a low degree in addition to my science degree. So, I joined LLB. So, I got LLB also done. Because science and law, this combination is nothing but forensic science. So, basic science and law. So, I thought if I want to be a successful forensic expert, law is very much required. So, I completed all the 3 years and got the LLB degree also. When I joined in 73, I was not having the PhD degree. I joined straight away from masters. So, after completing my law, I also joined for PhD program and got a PhD also. Initially was looking after the chemical investigation part. Then I was made in 81, I was made the assistant director of chemistry lab. I was heading the chemistry lab.
Wonderful.
And then 93, I was selected by Public Service Commission, and then I took over as the director of the forensic lab. And when I took over as a director, things were not that smooth. Many things were going on. Even the department did not have a good image, etc. So, started streamlining everything. You had to be a little tough. So, my impression in those days was not a very straightforward person, a very tough guy, etc. But then slowly rectified everything, streamlined everything, and then this became the foremost forensic laboratory of the country.
Right.
And all important cases started coming to us, because there are 3 requirements, as I normally say. You should be a good expert, and you should have good number of experts. You should have all cutting edge technologies available with you.
Absolutely.
For doing investigations, and you should have credibility. So, I tried to do all the 3, getting more and more experts with good knowledge and skill. All technologies were made available, and then focused on increasing the credibility of the department. And then
rest is history that we now see. Thank you very much, sir, for that brief intro. I hope that qualifies for most of us to decide how to venture into a field that you first don't understand at all, and then you get to become the boss of the field. So, that's so for you. So, moving on to the next one. So, they say that NFSU is actually your brainchild. When I first entered the gates of NFSU with this pride in my heart that I am entering an institution of eminence, we got to know that it was your work. And now that I see it, I wonder what was the vision that actually motivated you to make an institution which is not just the first in India, but also in the world, the first national forensic university that you have dedicated to the world. So, just a little bit if you can tell about that vision that guided you to create this institution.
So, as I told you, I was a director of the forensic lab from 93 onwards, and then this lab was well known in the country, getting all kinds of sensitive investigations. Also started training programs for imparting training to judges, advocates, police officers, and all other related stakeholders. So, it was actually the vision of the then Chief Minister and the present Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi ji. He could sense the importance of this field.
All right.
And then he started realizing that this kind of arrangement is not available in the country. You don't have good number of experts, you don't have good facilities in the country to carry out sensitive and complicated investigations.
Absolutely, sir.
And you don't have even you don't have any institute which can impart training to all stakeholders. So, this was his concept, and then he used to discuss with me. And somehow in 2008, and he said that we don't have a good training institute, we don't have a good forensic lab, we don't have good number of experts, not only in India, across the globe also. This was the problem. Why can't we have a university? And this was his idea.
Right, sir.
And I was not an academician, so I was not very keen, and I said, sir, I don't have any idea. He said, just read something, come out with this concept, I want your presentation, and let us discuss on this. I said, fine. But then I checked through internet, so there was nothing. I could see that there is no such institution, there is no forensic university as such in the world. So, I went back again. As I said, it is very difficult because we do not have any university on this subject, and having university on one subject, forensic science, either BSc or MSc forensic science, you can't have a university. So, there are some institutions which or departments which are part of the university which are running forensic related programs, but there is no university as such in the world.
Exactly, sir.
He said, so what? Let us take lead in this area. We should be leaders. And that made me more motivated. I said, no, when he is so keen, I should do something. So, I based on my experience, because I joined in 73 and it was 2008, 2009. So many years I had spent in this field. So, I was aware of the requirement of the experts and the areas which can be covered in the university. Made a presentation, went to his residence, I still remember, and it went for 2.5 hours and very well, and he was highly impressed. He also gave some suggestions, and accordingly then it was finalized. He said, let us start the university, and how much money you want? Roughly I said it to start with 50 crores, and he said immediately the 50 crores is given to you to start. So, preparing an act was the first challenge, act of the university, which should be unique, because it was a unique university. So, this act which we prepared was a Gujarat Forensic Science University, was a unique act where almost 100% autonomy was given to the university vice chancellor. The designation at that time was Director General. So, all the powers were vested with him, and then there was no chancellor. He was chancellor and vice chancellor, both creation of positions, etc. He said, because it was very clear, if you make the institution autonomous, then only it can grow. With
Indeed.
Many other hurdles, it becomes difficult for an institute to grow. Let him decide. So, the freedom was given to me to decide the courses, the kind of programs, and implement the vision. He was guiding me all the time, and it was Amit Shahji, who is the present Union Home Minister, was also our Home Minister in Gujarat. So, he was there with me in executing the idea of Narendra Modi ji, and then we started 5 programs with 72, 73 students. Today, we have more than 72 programs with more than 8,500 students.
Across the nation.
So, approximately.
Across the nation, so we are having so many more coming up.
So, it was Gujarat University, basically a state university. So, then we were very keen to invite him because he became Prime Minister. That you should come and have a look at this. You both the seed, and now it has become a big tree. That is Vatvaruksha we call. So, it has become a Vatvaruksha. Now, please come and have a look at this. He was very keen. He came, and we invited him in convocation. So, he saw everything, took round. He was very happy. And then he asked me, is there any problem, or you have any other issue which you would like my intervention? I thought, you have become Prime Minister, there is nothing. But I was just thinking, if it becomes a national institute, Gujarat government is supporting us in a big way. It is not a problem. But to reach out to other countries, global reach out rather, becomes difficult because you have to go to government of Gujarat, then it goes to government of India, and then all kinds of permissions and required. So, it becomes a national body, then I think it will be easy, that reach out will be easy. He didn't say anything. He went back, and it was in 2018, 2019, and 2020 Act was prepared, and then it was declared as the National Forensic Science University, 1st October 2020. So, it was a different kind, and then there was a provision in the Act that the Vice Chancellor of the Gujarat Forensic University will be the first Vice Chancellor of National. So, I was again appointed as a Vice Chancellor in this National University.
So, the way you narrated it, I felt like I was living the moment. I'm sure our viewers have felt the same. And on that note, sir, when it's a small anecdote I'd like to share with you. When I was filling my form to get an entry here, and now that I'm here as a student of law in this prestigious university, people were asking me, why are you going there? Why don't you try for the other established law colleges that are there, etc. There was something I felt and I told them, but today I want you to tell our viewers that what is it that sets apart the law students at this prestigious NFSU different from their peers at other traditional universities. There are many things, dear viewers, that we learn differently from the others, and that is something sir is going to explain better than me. So
Yeah,
please.
our law program, then you see, then we became national, and then it was my desire that we should have a school of law.
Yes, sir.
Was trying. Fortunately, came across with Dr. Purvi Pokhariya.
Right, sir.
Rather, I immediately
respected
requested,
Dean
can
ma'am."
you join?
Right.
I want to start the school of law. And she readily agreed. She said, yes, I will join. Because this is a growing institute and I will be happy to work. So the appointment was given to her. And then she is a very different kind of an expert. She always have some different ideas. She doesn't go by the routine ideas. She said, we will not give the name School of Law, but it should be School of Law, Forensic Justice and Policy.
Yes,
So
sir.
that was also a new thing for me. And then immediately I agreed. I said, yes, it's a very good idea. We should not be limited to law. We should be forensic justice. How can you apply this law and come out with the forensic justice? And also we should be able to prepare some policy documents for the government and any other people
Yes,
who
certainly.
want this. So this was the name given. And so right from the beginning, the school was a different kind of a school. This combination, again, as we were the first forensic university in the world, I am of the opinion that this is the first school of its kind in the world,
Right.
where the School of Law, Forensic Justice and Policy Studies, the nomenclature is there.
Yes, sir.
And actually not the nomenclature only, the actual activities, the work is going on in this direction. We are into forensic justice, we are also into policy making. So this is what is the name is, the work is going on. So it's a different school. So the students learn not only law, but they also learn the policy making. How do you make policies of the government? We are actively involved, and I am happy some of the students are attached to some of the policy making documents of the government.
Right, sir.
So this is how they get a different level of exposure. And the third advantage is forensic has become an integrated part of judiciary,
Indeed,
judicial system, or you may call criminal justice delivery system.
Indeed, sir.
Now, if you become a law expert with a forensic background, that is a different kind of expertise you will have, because you have an expertise in law, but you also have a background of forensic science.
Indeed.
You have learned criminology, you have learned forensic science, you have learned artificial intelligence, you have learned data science, you have learned some of the managemental aspects. And here now, as per the new education policy, you can also opt for some other subjects. So you can also look for digital forensics for increasing your expertise level. You can go for cyber security. Various options are available here, and that combination is not available anywhere in the world.
Indeed,
not
sir.
to
One
talk
of
of
its
India.
kind. We don't
So
see it
this
anywhere.
combination is extraordinary.
Indeed.
And this is the advantage in studying here. This is the advantage in getting exposure to all these activities which are part of criminal justice delivery system. And how can you help the justice delivery system with your this expertise of law combined with all these other areas which are also very important.
Right, sir. So moving on and taking a clue from your answer itself, we see backlogs as being the biggest hurdle, one of the biggest hurdle the judiciary faces. And like you said, we being lawyers with a forensic background, will be able to better apply those skills of lawyering over there. However, sir, there is this difference, stark difference of lab, the lab results percolating down into real courtroom impact, wherein we lead towards the justice. So, where is that lacuna? What is lacking there, sir? Can you please just let us know in the brief? How?
I don't see any lacuna in this. Backlog has nothing to do with the forensic opinions and the results. Backlog is a different level of issues and problem. Only one issue was there, interpretation of scientific opinions. And that was because every judicial officer may not have expertise in forensic science, and the scientific opinions are not very straightforward, they are complicated.
Exactly.
The learning and understanding that opinion also requires an expertise. So, that was there. But then that also overlapped. That was again the vision of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. He told us, you start training judges and even prosecutors, so they can understand what is the meaning behind this opinion which is given by you. What is this data? What does it indicate? And based on this data, how can you come to this conclusion? So there has to be a total transparency in whatever you have done and then whatever you have opined in a particular investigation. So that clarity should be there, and then the results also were given as per that clarity. Opinion were based on the data you collected through analysis, and judges were explained as to this is how everything is done. This is the accuracy level, this is the sensitivity of the equipment, and this is how there are no chances of error, because there is no human error or human element involved in this. It is all technology based investigations. And then it made a change, because judges were now able to understand as to what the forensic labs are doing, how the analyses are done, how the samples are handled, what are the evidences, how they are collected, how they are investigated, total information. So, we used to call it from crime scene to courtroom. Right. So, there was a total link established, crime scene to courtroom, and that has made a lot of change in the pattern of issuing judgments.
Right, sir. Thank you very much on that. So, however, moving further from lawyers, just as citizens, how can forensic acumen, building that level of forensic acumen, how can a layperson understand what forensic is, and how can he feel empowered from that? For example, if there is a certain mishappening that happens with a layperson on the road, how can we make that person understand that there is something known as forensics, which can help you detail your case in such a base that you can actually get speedy justice? So, what are the essentials that a layperson must know?
I will be thankful to media, because they have started giving exposure to this kind of information in media. Every case they show forensic team was involved, and the forensic investigation has started. These are the forensic findings. They sent this plane crash incident. So much of coverage was given on how forensically it was determined that these are the charred bodies of these people. So, identification of charred body, and then everybody started knowing, yeah, this is DNA. Otherwise, there was no knowledge of DNA. Now, everybody knows that based on DNA, you can identify even the charred bodies which are beyond recognitions. So, and then so much of awareness has come now. I have seen many cases where after a crime has happened, the person, the victim, waits and is not allowing anybody to enter into that area and asking for forensic investigation. I say, let the forensic team come. We have faith in forensics. Let police and forensic do it jointly.
Right.
So, this is what the demand has started coming. So, this awareness. Our job is this university establishment is meant for creating this kind of awareness. Now, 8,500, 9,000 students are studying. You can understand their family members, their relatives. Now, everybody knows that there is a forensic component which plays a major role in the investigation of crime.
Right, sir. So, being recognized an institute of national importance puts NFSU in a very unique position, not only to educate but also to set national standards in justice delivery. How does NFSU plan to use this status to influence policy, strengthen forensic infrastructure and promote justice reforms across in the near future, in the immediate near future?
The first requirement of INI is you can have your campuses everywhere, within India, outside India. So, there is a huge requirement of forensic experts because our new laws, there has been made mandatory that any crime where the punishment is more than 7 years, the presence of forensic expert has been made mandatory.
Indeed.
So, you have to be there. Now, we do not have so many experts, the requirement is huge, and one campus cannot produce so many experts which are required by the country, not only India, but elsewhere also. So, the INI label provides you freedom of establishing any campus. So, we have established 14, 15 campuses within India, many more are coming, and we also established one campus outside India, that is in Uganda. So, this is how we are trying to see that we produce more and more number of experts who could be useful in all kinds of investigations the country is handling. Second is standardization. Standardization, otherwise even if you are not INI, standardization has to be job of the forensic university. So, standardization of methods, you can call it SOPs, even it can also take up the work of accreditation. So, you can also have standardization of the syllabus, curriculum given by various universities now, because every university has started forensic related programs. They have all come to know that forensic is the need of the hour. Now, so many universities in India have started forensic program, BSc and MSc, but there is a change in curriculum. So, the job of this National Forensic Science University is to see that there is standardization of curriculum, and there is uniformity in the investigations which are of the crime which are taking place in the country. So, we have done, we have come out with a mobile investigation van, is our own design, our own creation, it is patented by us, and we have started giving it to various states, and then there are kits and the equipments available within the van where you can do some preliminary investigation on the spot. So, the van goes wherever the crime takes place, and all our experts are going, they do the investigation on the spot and give some preliminary opinion. So, we are trying to see that some standardization and also uniformity in investigation. So, you use the same technology which is available in the van, and same technology van is moving everywhere in the country.
Right, sir. So, NFSU has partnered with many global think tanks and also security agencies across, making us the hub of forensic expertise. So, how do these international collaborations contribute to global good, and also what opportunities do they create for students like us and those who are going to join NFSU very soon in the near future? How can we contribute towards this movement of justice via forensics?
Some of the crimes which take place now, they do not have boundaries. We call that boundaryless crime, like cyber crimes.
Yes, sir.
And now artificial intelligence has come, drones have come.
Indeed.
They do not have boundaries. So, under those circumstances, you need exposure of different countries. You need to know the pattern of investigation. You need to give education to the students in those directions where the crimes are taking place in different countries, different ways. So, international collaboration in this area is very important. And that is not only for academic purpose, but then we can also undertake research based on the requirement of different countries. That some level of crimes which are taking place in some countries, they do not have mechanism of investigating them, they do not have technology, they need some specialized technology to handle those investigations, and the university is doing research keeping in mind the requirement of that country. Some of the countries we could see that there is no forensic setup at all, they do not have that mechanism, they investigate crime based on the evidences given by the witnesses. There is no other method of investigation. So, there we have started helping them in establishing forensic labs. There are countries, the labs are there, but not very, they are not in a good shape. So, we have started strengthening those labs by providing consultancy. So, the international collaborations are mainly to extend our services to other countries. In some areas, maybe we may be also gaining something, but the purpose mainly is to give our expertise, so that the students also get exposure at the international level. And I have not seen any week where we did not have a international dignitary visiting the campus. So, this is a unique university and a unique activity.
Indeed, sir. So, people are generally reluctant. This question I am asking you on behalf of our students, that students are generally reluctant, especially their parents are reluctant to push them towards streams which are new. For example, this blend of forensics with law. They would wonder, what is this? I mean, why do you want to do this? So, can you shed some light on, what kind of opportunities await the students once they graduate from such courses?
With this background, you can be a good investigator. If you have a low degree with forensic combination, you could be a good advocate, because when you want to become a lawyer, you get all kinds of such cases, and then you also get the forensic opinions, and then you have to defend your client. Now, if you have no understanding about the scientific data given in a report and also the opinion based on those data, it will be difficult for you to argue in the court and convince the court as to what is this and how can you defend your client. So, this background makes the lawyer a unique lawyer, because he has the knowledge. You need not read the books, etc., because I have seen many lawyers reading the books and trying to get some information based on the case they have received. You have the knowledge now. So, based on the opinion which you see, which is given by a forensic lab, where your client is also connected. So, you can interpret those opinions and then also check how can your client be benefited from this opinion. It becomes easy. You can be a good judge, because if you have this background, forensic, data analysis, artificial intelligence, digital forensics, criminology and forensic science, you can be a good judge, because now you are able to see, because science, I have seen one thing, science means what? Science means which gives you objectivity. That is science. So, you could be a good judge, object with a lot of objectivity, because now you are a scientific person and you don't go by some hearsays, etc. You go by specific evidences and specific opinions. So, that subjectivity gets reduced and you become more and more objective. And the objective, somebody asked me, some judge asked me, 100% objectivity means what do you mean? Either 100% objectivity is 100% truth. More objective you are, more near you are the truth.
Indeed, sir. Justice
and
is all
that
about being
science gives you.
Indeed.
So, the background of science makes you more objective, and that objectivity is useful even in your profession as a lawyer, your profession as a judge, your profession as a prosecutor, and also your profession as an investigator.
Indeed, sir.
In all the areas. So, you can be, this is a very excellent and unique combination, science and law.
Right, sir. So, we are members of the Pro Bono Committee at NFSU Law School, and we just want to hear from you that this idea of pro bono initiatives has now become kind of mandatory at most law schools, and we are one of those who are following this idea, and this idea also comes from our Honorable Prime Minister. So, we'd like to hear from you, what are your expectations from your members at the Pro Bono Committee here, what you want to see us doing in the near future?
Yeah, your services, your expertise will be available to everyone. The poorest of the poor persons, people living in the remote areas, villages, etc., they have no idea, they become victim of crimes and they don't know who to approach, where to approach, who can help, they don't have even money, so they can't afford to engage lawyers for their defense, etc. So, this kind of activity is very useful, and more active you are, that means there is more reach out to the society and every element of society. You are able to provide this guidance to many people who are suffering from various problems. It could be a domestic violence, it could be anything you take.
Indeed. We are working on that, sir. You'll be glad to know. We'll definitely share the insights with you.
I am very happy. Our students are doing extraordinary work, activities are, and pro bono. Our campus is very active.
Right, sir.
And basically, it should be victim focused activity.
Indeed, sir. So my next question is a little personal to you. So you've been awarded with many of the accolades that we have in the country, the President's Medal and so many more, the Padma Shri. I'd like to hear from you that looking back, which one holds the deepest meaning for you personally as a milestone in your path in science and justice? Which one do you feel is very close to your heart, the one that you have accomplished?
Both. I believe in both, yeah. Both are required.
All right, sir. So finally, if you could leave us with one guiding principle, something that you believe is a must for students like us standing at a crossroad of science and law, and also standing at a we are like very vulnerable right now because a lot of information is coming to us. We are to judge that information. So what is that one guiding principle that you'd want all of your students to carry with them for the rest of their lives?
In addition to becoming knowledgeable, knowledge is definitely has to be our goal, because we have joined an academic institution for gaining knowledge. And why do I want to gain knowledge? Because I want to go into this profession. I want to be a good expert. So knowledge is bound to be. So knowledge gaining has to be the first prioritized area for all of the students. And second thing, combination of knowledge with discipline, which I focus. A person should be self-disciplined, not imposed discipline. It should not come out of fear.
Right.
So I will be disciplined even if I am alone. I am disciplined even if I am in some group, and that discipline combined with knowledge will make the person successful person in any area the person goes. Whether the person becomes a judge, he is a disciplined judge, he will be known by his knowledge and also discipline. And discipline is not saying good morning to someone. It is not. Discipline definition is very broad. Discipline includes kindness, truth, non-violence. All is a part of discipline. Honesty. So all these elements, the values of human life, person should be following, and that is discipline. So main component is honesty. So that if you possess all this, and you have a good expertise,
right.
So wherever you go, you will be recognized. You will be recognized by the expertise and also with your discipline.
So the key words that we take from today are knowledge and discipline, and we must never forget them. So on a lighter note, if I may have your permission to host a quick rapid fire with you, just one word or a one phrase answer, whatever you like, just on a lighter note for us to have that fun with you. The first question is, sir, had you not been a scientist and an academician, where we would have seen you? What would had you chosen for yourself, if not these two?
No question, because science was right from the beginning. When I joined, I was in a school. Science was the only option for me. I had never thought of any other area where I will be going. So I was very keen. In fact, I was trying to become going into medical. So there was difference of the last admission which was stopped. It was that boy had 4 marks more than what I secured. So I didn't get admission in MBBS. The second choice was science.
So I think
I was very poor in history. I was poor in geography. So there were areas where so there was no question of going to any other area.
Actually, we got lucky so that you came here. So the next one is, stress is percolating in every stream of life, and stress is something that we feel a lot. So your pill, your information, I mean the smallest pill that you can give us to keep stress away and at bay, and how you manage it.
There should be clarity in life.
Okay.
The more clear you are, more stress free you can remain. If you are a confused person, that confused person always will have stress. There are two types of stress. One is positive stress and negative stress.
Right, sir.
Confusion gives rise to a negative stress. Jealousy gives rise to a negative stress.
Agree.
Some kind of healthy competition and you have stress is positive stress. You want to perform in a big way, you want to be a successful person and you are struggling doing some good activity with stress is a positive stress. So, there are positive stresses and also there are negative stresses. So, we should overcome the negative stresses. This is what is required, because in my case I perform better if I am under stress.
Okay.
Yeah. So, nature is some conference is going, I am always stressful. How will it go? And I check even the minute details of each and everything, and because there is a stress, and that stress is our conference or any event we are taking should go in the most successful manner. Everybody should go back with that happiness and fulfillment. So, when you have that kind of a concept, that stress is welcome, it's fine, you should have a stress, then you can perform better. But negative stress like jealousy, this fellow got, I did not get and I am stressful. I did not read and I did not score, so I am under stress, is negative stress.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir, for so beautifully dropping this down to us that, stress is something that will actually make us successful. So, and
there is no stress, you are not able to compete anywhere, you must have stress. But that is a positive stress and that is allowed, permitted.
Indeed.
Psychologically also it is permitted.
Coming from a scientist.
Yeah.
So, the next question is a book that you can never get tired of reading.
Normally I prefer to go for spiritual books.
Okay.
So, I enjoy reading spiritual books and I feel happy.
Which
Bhagavad
one's your
Gita,
favorite?
I read daily almost.
Oh, wonderful.
So, minimum 10 verses I go through, I try to chant, I try to remember, I also translate them in my own way and then also go look for some translations. I also listen to the talks on Bhagavad Gita and other Upanishads, etc. I enjoy it.
I also
Earlier I used to read chemistry books, now I am now all spiritual books which normally I prefer.
So, you have put chemistry at play, so now I think enough of chemistry, more of spirituality.
Chemistry, and I am saturated with this. No more chemistry.
So, actually I also started reading Gita. It felt really nice, but then law came. So, then I shifted my focus.
But then Gita should remain, because that is the basic requirement of a life of any individual. That discipline I was telling you is the concept of Bhagavad Gita. It explains how can you remain disciplined person.
Right, sir. So, one habit that is a must to inculcate for everyone, be it a student or somebody else, apart from discipline, we have already got that. A second habit that you can tell us.
Try to accept everyone.
Okay, yes, wonderful.
So, become more and more accommodative, because other person you are not able to control, he will be going by his own sanskaras of this life or previous life, whatever you call it. And then right from the birth, that person he will have those qualities. And you have different expectations from everybody. He should behave like this, he should behave like this. Everybody will behave in their own way. They have their own sanskaras, they have got their own culture. So, accept it. So, you will not have any problem in accommodating yourself with other persons. So, because he is bound by his culture. So, do not try to improvise anyone, because it is not under your control. So, you can't improvise anyone, try to improvise yourself.
Indeed, sir. So, being a law student, my last question to you will also be related to law. Sir, there is always this debate on rights over duty or duties over right. Your take on it, and what goes into building the nation?
I would say duty first, right subsequently.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for joining us, for giving us this privilege. It was an honor listening to you, because I think the words that we just listened to you aren't something that we'd even find in books. So they say na, sitting in the company of a wise and learned man is always beneficial, always fruitful. I am extremely grateful for my faculty, for the fellow peers of mine over here for giving me this honor and this opportunity to hosting you, sir. And we're extremely glad, grateful. Words are falling less, sir. Thank you so much for giving us your precious time, because we know how busy you are. Thank you once again.
It was an honor for me.
More for us, sir.